Hello, and thank you for joining us on Expert Updates. My name is Amanda Dupe. In our first story, the Traders Advocacy Group Ghana has urged government to eliminate pointless taxes like the COVID-19 levy and the network service charge ahead of the 2024 budget presentation happening tomorrow, Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. The president of the Traders Advocacy Group Ghana, Mr. David Kojo Amwating, has proposed that the COVID-19 levy could be renamed to address other issues like cancer, kidney diseases, or dialysis. If it is not going to be eliminated, he further stated that the spotlight should be improving healthcare and education. And still on the news on base pay increment, the Fair Wages Commission further engages government and organized labor in a meeting scheduled today, 14th November 2023. And we come your way with more details on this news. Please do stay tuned.
What we are doing is like this person going to take a corpse photo. And it tells the corpse ready. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, leadership of organized labor, colleague ministers of states, friends of the media, we have invited you here to officially communicate to you the outcome of negotiations that have taken place between government and organized labor, first within the public sector. But since we are meeting you, we also want to use this same platform to communicate with you the outcome of a tripartite meeting, which we also concluded on Monday. Tripartite between organized labor, Ghana Employers Association, and government. Usually, in the course of every year, the tripartite constituents do meet to determine the national daily minimum wage of the ensuing year. At the end of our negotiations at the tripartite level, we agreed that the minimum wage be reviewed upwards by 22%, i.e. from 14.88 cedis to 18.15 cedis. Subsequently, the Public Sector Joint Negotiation Committee between all unions within the public space under the single spine and government also entered into negotiations to determine the national base pay. I'm happy to report to you that in some few minutes past, after a very difficult meeting, taking the current state of the economy into consideration and also taking into consideration the agreement that as a nation we have with the IMF, and in making sure that we stay on course in achieving all the targets that we've set to achieve for ourselves and also to get all the benchmarks right, we have concluded that the national base pay be increased by 23% between 1st January 2024 to 30th June 2024, and subsequently an additional 2% increment will be added to the 23%, making it 25%. So from July to December 2024. So in terms of absolute figures, till the end of this year, the national base pay will be 14.74 cedis. But from January through to 30th June, it will move from 14.74 to 18.13, and subsequently move to 18.43. So this is the outcome of our deliberations. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our stakeholders, especially the Ministry of Finance, for giving us the necessary support to be able to reach this far. Let me also extend a hand of warm greetings to the leadership of Organized Labor and the entire labor fraternity for bearing with us even in these difficult times that we find ourselves. It's not been easy. We know the sacrifices they have made, but in spite of all this, they continue to be with us. So we are very grateful to them. So on this note, I will end here and defer to my other principals to also make comments on the two agreements that we have reached. Thank you.
I'd like to thank your good self for the good leadership you have shown in making sure that at the end of it all, we come to a successful completion. I'd also like to thank the leadership of Organized Labor and everybody gathered here because we did it together. I believe that it's together that we can make our country move forward. We know this is not the end. We will continue to engage to make sure that aside the base pay and the minimum wage, any other thing that government would want to do to bring stability and growth into our economy that will reflect in our pockets, government will be happy to do that. So on behalf of the minister, I would like to thank you all. And we look forward to a prosperous 2024 where together we will hold ourselves and make sure we rise together. So thank you very much.
I've been negotiating single-span salary since 2010. And I should say that this is the most difficult one. When we were entering into this negotiation, I knew it was going to be tough. The reason is the IMF. I'm very happy that finally, with the support the two leaders here got from our comrades, we have managed to get what has just been announced. I know that we all expected more, but the circumstances we have found ourselves in, we are satisfied that in spite of all the difficulties and the constraints explained by the Minister of Finance, the Deputy Minister for Finance, the Minister for Employment, the government has managed to give us this for now. We are agreeing to 23% from January to June 2024 and 25% from July to December 2024. We are confident that when the time comes for government to implement, there will not be any hassle. And I would like to assure you, as Organized Labor, this country is for all of us. And that is why we have agreed with government. And I will want to advise Honorable Minister that we should continue to work together because we still have issues to resolve around wages for single-span salary, those who are on the single-span salary. And I'm hoping that this negotiation will not end those discussions. We should continue to discuss and agree and resolve the issues before the next round of negotiations. Thank you very much.
Over the years, we've been asking for a living wage. Government upon government, whichever color it is, have always complained, no money, no money. They've given us all sorts of reasons. They have jobs, but we have resolved that this must change. Next round of negotiations, government should have enough money to even give us double living wage. And to do that, I think we have to look at the wastage in our system. We as labor, we are not going to wait for another year before we start talking about these things. I think we start talking about these things now. And we have resolved that any which way, freedom must come. Thank you.
And that's all we have for you on Express Update. My name is Amanda Dupe. Please do enjoy the rest of our program.